Alright, what is up y'all? We are finally here today for the battle portion of Week 1, Season 2 of the PCL, going up against the other SHAY, MattOshea, and his Montreal Milotics. Now, looking at the matchup, first of all, you should have already seen the team builder. If you haven't, go ahead and peep that shit. If not, I'll kind of vaguely go over the team, but I'm not going into details. We got E-Belt 4 attacks Grin, we have a Tailwind 3 attacks Mega Beedrill, we have Fizdef Rocks Uxie, Fizdef Z Heal Bell Lantern, we have a SD Garchomp, and a Scarf Kartana. Now, looking at his team, you can see his team matchup. Obviously, he has the Coco Lucha, which is disgusting. He's got Mega Altaria, which we have to figure out if that thing is special or physical. He's got the Scarm, which is just, it's a Scarm, you know what it's going to do. And then his Z-Captain, one of his Z-Captains, Manaphy, so it's safe to assume that's what that's going to be. And then his Victini, which could be Scarf, could be Vanded, could be like Expert Belt or Life Orb with something like Glaciate, some shit like that. So we got to do some scouting, and we got to figure out what this man has. We got to figure out how to break through his team, and we got to hopefully see if either Grin or B or Kartana can kind of clean up here in the end. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Whew, no pressure, right? Yeah, so I'm just going to lead right on off with Greninja. If he wants to lead with Scarm, I do have the HP Electric. I can 2-hit KO that thing even if it's max specially defensive. I assume he's going to want to get Hazards up because I do have a few Mons. I got a lot of Momentum Mons, and I got Mega Beedrill's obviously weak to rocks. But he's going to lead right off with the Victini. I don't want to take a Scarf U-turn, so I'm going to go right on out into Motel 6, the Lantern. Shout out JV Westside. And this U-turn is going to do a fucking chunk. Now, based on that damage, he's not banded, but he's definitely, maybe, I don't know, I think he's Adamant Choice Scarf. That's what I kind of gauged from that damage. So, I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I'm thinking. And the damage kind of made sense. Either it's a really high roll with Jolly, or that is a motherfucking Adamant Scarf Victini. So, he's going to Mega Evolve, and he's going to click Dragon Dance, letting me know that he's at least physical. So at least now we don't have to worry about Hyper Voice shenanigans and whatnot. So I'm just going to Volt Switch out. I need to keep this guy as healthy as possible. Granted, I didn't have anything that wanted to take a return or a Hyper Voice anyways, like right off the bat. So we're going to go for that slow Volt Switch, and we're going to bring right on out our Scarf Kartana, Flat Stanley, making his debut in Season 2. God damn it, I love Kartana. So, I'm going to double right back out into Lantern. I want to scout for that fire move. He should switch into Skarmory. Honestly, Smart Strike does a fuckload to Mega Altaria depending on his defensive investment. So he does actually switch right on out into that Skarmory. It was the easy play to make. Kartana versus Skarm. Skarm wins every time. So we do have speed for the Skarmory. We're going to Volt Switch, and we see that that man takes like fucking 35% from that Volt Switch. Now, that boy is especially defensive as fuck. That boy's defense is so special it has to wear a helmet on the ride to school. Good God. So he's going to go for the Stealth Rocks, and we are in here with our Greninja. Now, I can click Pump, but we ain't doing that. He's got this weak to Electric. He's got Manaphy also weak to Electric. I'm clicking Expert Belt Boosted, Stab HP Electric, and holy dumb fuck, guys, look at this damage. Look at this damage. Wait for it. Wait for that damage. Transform that Electric type. Get that same type attack bonus. Oof, that's a 2-shot. That is a 2-shot, my guys. That is a motherfucking 2-shot. So I'm clicking that HP Electric again. That's going to kill the Manaphy. And the fantastic thing about killing things with HP Electric on this Greninja means that Tapu Koko cannot come in and force me out. So he's going to go into that Sid Koko, and he's going to set that Electric Terrain, but I resist his best stab. So if he wants to go for Gleam or something, that's fine. I eat one of those. I just have to keep this, keep this healthy enough to live a round of rocks or two. So he's going to go for the U-turn. I clicked Pump. He has no Hydro Pump switch in that wants to take an Ice Beam on the next turn. So whatever he wants to go into is fine with me. He's going to go into Mega Altaria. This thing is taking that little bit of chip. I click Hydro Pump, and we miss. 100% of the Hydro Pumps that have been clicked so far have missed. But we just go for the Ice Beam. Like I said, I'm Expert Belt, and this is a Stab Ice Beam. That just blows away Mega Altaria. Now, Hydro Pump guaranteed put that in range of that Expert Belt boosted Ice Beam, so that was a roll depending on his investment, but I think we deserve the roll after missing a pump. TBH season. Now, here Coco's in, and I don't want him to U-turn on my Lantern and take more chip, so I'm going to go into Garchomp, trying to get a little bit of chip off on him on the U-turn. Also, shoutouts to Autism. I think we're going to have to go ahead and pause it here, because I got to explain this nickname. Now, Autism was a typo made by my buddy Diet Tight one time, and Austin, as you know, hates the ever-living fuck out of my nicknames. So I put 2 and 2 together, and I think that's the disease that you get that makes you hate nicknames. My nicknames, specifically. So, Autism the Garchomp, yay. I'm sorry, Austin, I had to. But yeah, so fucking Garchomp basically just gets sacked here. And trying to get a little bit of chip, but hey, it did nothing for the team at this point. Seeing that Skarmory is especially defensive, I couldn't really break through it with Fire Blast, so oh well. Now, like we talked about in the team builder, the Keviaberry Koko is a huge fucking threat. He also has the Skarmory in the back, which I'm assuming is going to be Rocky Helmet. So, I'm going to U-turn. If I U-turn and he stays in, he's definitely Kebia, and it puts him in range of the Poison Jab, no matter what. Poison Jab does like 80% minimum, so that's definitely in range. We can go right on out into the Lantern. He was trying to bait me into just dying right there. So, we'll take the rocks, and we will get a little bit of recovery from that Thunderbolt. Get that nice Volt Absorb. Can you imagine if I was Water Absorb and I fucked this up? Holy shit. But now the electricity is going to disappear. And I think he's just going to want to go ahead and chip me down with some Dazzling Gleam action. Just get a little bit of chip there. And that actually did a lot. And I'm going to do the old slow Volt right on out into our Kartana. So the good thing about going into Kartana on this turn is he has the Skarmory right there. Once again, he has the Skarmory right the fuck there. I am Choice Scarf Kartana. I can get a kill here, and he needs this for Hawlucha to win, so he absolutely has to switch out. Now, I'm going to go for the Defog because I'm a man. Not really. I'm going for Defog because I want to get those rocks off the field. I don't want Grin and B taking that chip. I don't want everything to take chip, rather. So we're going to just go ahead and get that on out of here. So, now he's into Skarm. He can go for HP Fire if he's an absolute madman, but I'm going to go ahead and just switch right on out into the biggest threat on my team, in my opinion, and that's going to be Grin. He didn't have rocks up. I figured he would just click rocks again, but he actually goes for the Whirlwind, which is fine. I wish Grin could still be in there, but he's actually going to Whirlwind me out into Motel 6, which is fantastic, because I can still hit this super effectively. Now, T-Bolt doesn't kill, but I can put it in range of anything else on my team, except I get a fucking crit, and Skarmory goes down. I am sorry, Matt, that does suck. Granted, like, all I needed was T-Bolt damage, and you got put in range of anything else on the team, like I just said, but I mean, hey, Hax is shitty regardless. So, I guarantee live this even if he is the Adamant Scarf. I am not two-shot by any form of Scarf Victini. So, I'm going to go for my Z move. We eat that and live on 7 HP. I think that is like the highest possible roll he could have gotten because that was close. That was a little too close. But Motel 6 here is putting in the finest of work so far. And we're going to go ahead and get our Z move off. Go for that nice Z Heal Bell. Restore HP. Nobody's status, so it fails. But that's not what really we needed to happen, you know? He's going to go for that V-Create. Once again, V-Create does so fucking much, guys. Look how much damage that does. See, that roll was a lot lower than the first one, so I think he got close to max roll in that first one. But that's neither here nor there. We're going to go for the Scald. He's at -2 special defense. This should kill. Psych, Lantern fucking sucks. And does not actually kill. But now, since he has lowered his speed twice as well, we actually do outspeed the Scarf Victini. And he's going to go down. So, that is a Lantern kill, which is clean. Shoutouts to Lantern. Now, he's going to go back into World Star, the Tapu Koko. And basically, he's down to 2 mons here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's down to 2 mons. I have 5 left. So, all I got to do is not choke, and this game is mine, basically. He's going to go, yeah, like I said, he's just going to Dazzle and lead me down. I just want to stay in here and burn as many turns of electric terrain as I can, but we actually get the burn, which I don't think mattered. Like, it's not a physical Tapu Koko, so like, what's the point, you know? But he does actually, he just kills me there, and he's gonna take that little bit of burn chip. So if he had Roost, I guess I could see why that's unfortunate, but like, at the end of the day, you don't get up enough health to live the Poison Jab anyways. So we're gonna have to pause it right here. So yeah, you can already see what I clicked. That's a good, that's some shit. But my thought process here was, in my mocks, Uxie barely takes a +2 acrobatics from Hawlucha. So, with his defense boost, he could live the Poison Jab, he could SD up, and he kills the fucking my Beedrill, right? If he crits the ever-living shit out of my Uxie, he just wins. there's nothing I can do about it. Like, I can hope to get a lot of hits with Water Shuriken, but I don't like taking chances. I didn't, and granted, this isn't one of those spur of the moment things where I was just like, this is what I'm clicking. I didn't want to, like I said, I didn't want to choke. I didn't want to fucking do anything. I didn't want to lose to a crit. So I'm gonna just click Tailwind. That way, Greninja guaranteed outspeeds on the next turn. I'll outspeed the Hawlucha. I'll outspeed this, and we should be good to go. Also, since we get the Tailwind here, and Tapu Koko is gonna blow me away with a Thunderbolt, which picking up his 3rd kill, BT dubs. Shout out to round 1 Tapu Koko. But he's actually gonna die to burn, and that means the Lantern gets another kill. So Lantern has picked up 3 kills. Holy shit. What a Pokemon. It killed the Skarm, it killed the Tapu Koko, and it killed the Victini. That's ridiculous. That is a tier 5 mon putting in the finest of work week 1. So now, Hawlucha's going to come out, and we got to have a talk about this. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I don't like Hawlucha. Not because it's paired with Tapus all the time and it's annoying. I don't like Hawlucha because look at it. It's got a fucking clit. Hawlucha has a clit. I don't like looking at that. I fucking hate Hawlucha. God, why do I always have to play Hawlucha and see its little fucking Santa Claus beard looking ass clit down there? Anyways, sorry. Hawlucha does go down to the expert belt boosted stab ice beam, and we defeat MattOshea and his Montreal Milotics 3-0, and that was a good fucking game. Looking back on it, that play where I doubled from Kartana into Lantern on the Mega Altaria could have made or broken me. I needed to scout for that fire move. I needed to see what his coverage was, and I really was just hoping he just went into Skarm like he did. But if he just stayed in and clicked Dragon Dance again, there was not a lot I could do to stop it. You know, he told me after the game, I believe he had no attack investment, and he only had EQ and return, so he didn't have the fire move, which makes sense. And I guess that didn't kill Kartana, but I couldn't kill him. I only had Sacred Sword, Leaf Blade, and Knockoff, so I could not do very much to Mega Altaria anyways. I guess I could have whittled him down with Uxie, but like, I had to keep Uxie in the back at as close to max health as I could keep it, or Hawlucha just beat me. Like, and like I said, that play with the Tailwind, that made sense in my head. Like, looking back at it now, I probably could have just fucking stayed in and clicked buttons and been fine, but man, I ain't trying to lose to a crit, and in the heat of the moment, in week 1 of a very important battle, I'm not about to risk all that shit. So I think I made the correct play. Let me know what you think down below. Crit on Skarmory probably definitely mattered, but I don't think the burn mattered. So I guess, and I missed a pump, but then I also got that roll on Altaria. So I guess the hex was in my favor, but I think I also played pretty well. Like, we all know I've never been one to toot my own dick, but I think I did what I needed to do to keep the game mostly in offensive momentum in my end, because that was a good sentence, right? So that's week 1. Go ahead and like, go ahead and subscribe, do all that bullshit. I highly suggest you check out Matt's site if you haven't already. I know it's going to be a banger, and that man has the smoothest, butteriest voice this side of the Mississippi. Well, he's in Canada, so not either side. Whatever. You know, whatever. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. Bye forever.